here with Fazeena Rajabdeen, who is the co-founder and chief creative director of the Ceylon Literary and Arts Festival. Hi Fazeena, it's an honor to have you here and have you speaking to us this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being here. And Fazeena, what is the experience like? It is Ceylon Literary and Arts Festival, first of its kind. What is your experience on it?
Well, for me personally, it was a lot of work for almost 2 years planning and pulling an event off like this. It's a new space for me, but I think we've managed very well. I must ask you how you feel in the space.
We're feeling great. We love it.
Thank you.
Fazeena, okay, so it's not, the different factor about this is that it is in Colombo, but it's not only in Colombo, it's also in Kandy.
Correct.
What made you decide on 2 different locations for the first ever Ceylon Literary Festival?
Well, our whole idea started with making it more accessible to the youth of the country and also to the people of our cities. So Colombo seemed very relevant. It's our space, it's our town. It was easy to execute and also showcasing heritage cities like Kandy.
Yeah.
Because our literary space is far and wide, and we are hoping to make it, as the name suggests, Ceylon, bring it all together and make it accessible to a lot of people, create a good Sri Lankan story internationally.
Well, wonderful, and I'm sure and I know you are doing it as well. And speaking about the youth, because there is a lot of young children that have taken part in it, and that has been because of many reasons. Could you tell us a little bit about that as well?
So one of our pillars is really to foster the youth because they are the future of this country, and creating that almost a creative culture for our people, reversing brain drain, understanding why it's important for the youth to be involved in it and kind of give them the opportunity to grow in the space of literary. Yes, we've made the festival entirely free for students and university goers, and that has really created great impact and we also executed, we had the first one in Kandy at Trinity College.
Okay.
So it kind of set the tone for what we really stand for, and we were able to bring in 100 students from all of the rural schools, plus students of Trinity College. So the exposure and the interaction they had with all of the authors, Sri Lankan and internationally, it really kind of gives them an understanding of what they can do, and it's accessible. So that was one of our main things, and we have also created a program that fosters future writers, so they can send in their short stories, and it's almost a competition, and it's judged by a panel of 4 authors, and so there is a winning prize by Dilma for 100,000, but there is also qualitative feedback that the winner gets with the author. So a lot of small programs that has many touch points with the youth. That's an important space for us.
Yeah, and also I think some of the responses from the authors brought in the fact that a lot of children were opening up.
Right.
Is that also something that you aim to bring to the community as well, and tell us about the response from the students, from the younger community, if you
actually, this is what we would like to create, a space that is interactive. I mean, if you see when you walked in, the kind of walls that we had, where they're able to speak, they're able to be creative. I think where they say where you stop your logic is when your imagination is driven, and that's kind of what we want to foster with the younger people, and which is why, like I said, we've had many festivals around them, activities, so they feel comfortable in the space.
Well, it is lovely, and thank you so much for actually bringing that to light. And also, just one last question. There are many international and local authors that are coming in and that have come together to work together. What are your thoughts on that, and what can we expect in the future for the next edition of it as well?
So, I think the mix of the two has created great synergy, great camaraderie within the space, and it's also a space for knowledge sharing and understanding. Of course, it is our first edition. There's only so much we could put together, and we are hoping that more Sri Lankan authors in every language, kind of expand it to a space with Sinhalese and Tamil authors. It's all in the pipeline, you know. It does take a bit of time to put it together, and that's where we plan to go.
Well, it is lovely. We love it, and thank you so much for bringing this together and for speaking to us as well. Thank you so much, Fazeena.